Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
Yes. We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on Twitter X. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I knew you'd go on a little tangent. So
I like the bell.
I know.
Hit that bell.
So the Princess of Wales had her huge symposium today for the Center for Early Childhood Development, and this is part of her Shaping Us campaign.
Oh.
Someone was kind enough to put her entrance into slow motion.
Like she's a Bond girl.
So thank you for doing that.
And she looks beautiful in purple. She's actually worn that suit before on her 2021 trip to Northern Ireland. And I just love, she's bringing that recycled environmental look to the forefront. And I love that.
Yeah.
Because you have all these people like the Kardashians who say, I would never wear an outfit,
or they sell it to profit,
off it. Kendall Jenner has been quoted saying, I would never reuse a look. And we have now the future Queen of England doing that, and it's for, again, the environment and for children.
Well, plus she's just not she doesn't spend money like William's printing it in the basement. I mean, it's like that's how Meghan is, but not Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales.
She's just, and purple is so perfect. In Egypt, kings and queens wore purple.
It's very royal.
It's very royal. So I'm glad she did that.
The Shaping Us campaign centers on the first 5 years of development on children. Their mission is to drive awareness of and action on the extraordinary impact of the early years. So it's just
I love this.
She's just
love this. I love this cause so much.
Here she is giving her speech, which she was wonderful at. I'm going to play a little bit for you right now.
We must acknowledge and address the root cause of some of today's toughest social challenges and work together to find better answers. Because ultimately, we are all part of a delicate, interconnected ecosystem, and just as we need to restore, protect, and invest in our planet, so we must restore, protect, and invest in our societies, communities, relationships, and ourselves.
When she left the podium, she looked great with her binder. She's turned into a wonderful public speaker.
She started off so shy.
Yeah, but she's gotten so much better at it. And she just holds her own.
Think about how she's going to be in 5 years.
Yeah, that's your queen. Americans don't care about the royals. We're not interested in the royals. That is such a lie. Whenever they put Princess Catherine on the cover, it sells so much faster. It just does. It's a fact. Look it up. So we knew that Meghan and Harry, Meghan mostly, was going to try to overshadow today because this was a huge symposium. This is a very big deal for the Princess of Wales. She's worked very hard on this. She's going to continue to work hard on this. This is her legacy. So Omid Scobie put out excerpts from his book, okay? And of course, it had to do with the Queen's final moments on her deathbed.
I'm just reading this. Wow.
This is disgusting. Okay. So I'm just going to read it for everyone who didn't get a chance to see it. And then we can talk about it afterwards. Just get ready to be disgusted.
Shameful.
And keep it in mind, this came out the day of Princess Catherine's symposium. Real reason Meghan Markle was banned from Queen's deathbed revealed. An explosive new book by royal biographer Omid Scobie has revealed fresh details from the day the Queen died, including the real reason Meghan Markle was warned against traveling to Balmoral. Oh my God.
What?
Fresh details about the hours before the Queen's death have emerged, as one royal author claims that Prince Harry was kept in the dark about his beloved grandmother's ill health. Royal biographer Omid Scobie details the day of the monarch's passing in his new book, Endgame, and reveals exactly why Meghan Markle was not permitted to accompany her husband, Harry, as he frantically traveled to Balmoral. At the time, Harry and Meghan had traveled over from the States for a series of engagements. Omid claims they had no idea that the royals were preparing for the death of the Queen until he received a call from his father, Charles. He told Harry to travel to Scotland immediately. None of this happened, by the way. Harry tried to contact his brother to find out his travel arrangements, but received no answer, according to an excerpt from the book. Shared in People, Omid claims that Harry was told William had already secured a flight with his uncles Andrew and Edward's wife Sophie, but he couldn't get a hold of anyone about joining their flights. Really? You're such good friends with Eugenie. She couldn't call her dad and go, hey, can you put Harry on that flight? Okay. The Duke then received another call from his father, who instructed his youngest son to come alone. Despite already publicly confirming that Meghan would come with him, always the plan if they were traveling from California for this very situation, he reluctantly agreed after Charles assured him that Kate would not be there either. The extract reads, I mean, the fact that they're comparing Kate and Meghan as the same thing. It's like, oh, don't worry, Kate's not going to be there either because you're just wives.
And let me tell you, Kate's never going to get over that one.
Oh, no, God. Yeah, and the good thing about Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, she plays the long game.
Yep.
She's like me. She plays the long game.
Well,
and I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do the sprint. She's in it for the marathon.
She's definitely in it.
Yeah.
Charles had cited protocol, but the reality was that Kate chose to stay back to pick up the children from their first day at a new school. They just didn't want Meghan there, said a former Palisade. Meghan, a friend added, could sense she was not wanted. Good call, Meghan.
Durr.
Nobody wanted you there. God. According to Omid, by the time Harry arrived at Balmoral after the Queen's passing, his father and brother William had already left. That's a lie. And he reportedly had no further contact with William in the days that followed.
Weren't they both at Buckingham Palace on the staircase?
But that doesn't mean they talked.
No, I'm just saying, this just sounds like fluff. This all sounds like a lie.
You think? Relations between the brothers severely worsened in the months that followed as a result of the release of Harry and Meghan's tell-all Netflix docuseries and the Duke's revealing memoirs. Do you really?
I think
really? Whose fault was it? Whose fault for it being worsened? Whose fault was it, Steph?
I think the Oprah interview is what put the cherry on top for that. I don't think the Netflix thing did it, but I definitely know the Oprah interview after calling them racist had a lot to do with not wanting to hang out with them.
I don't know, man. They kind of topped themselves in that. And well, the Spare one was good too, but let's move on. The new book claims William believes Harry and Meghan blindsided the family, even the Queen, with their public complaints and their California self-importance. What California self-importance? They had to couch surf the first year they were there. We don't even know where they're living at this point. They sponge off everybody. They have to get Tyler Perry's private jet.
They have to crawl through air conditioning vents to get into a party.
Yeah, it's so pathetic. Oh, so California. An opinion he has repeatedly voiced in various ways to friends and aides during the past 2 years. How would you know, Omid? Convinced Harry's been brainwashed by an army of therapists. William says he no longer even recognizes his own brother, a source said. Well, I believe that source. I think William isn't keeping that in his wheelhouse. I think William tells everybody that wants to listen that he's been brainwashed by an army of therapists.
I don't think a therapist. I think Omid's putting therapist is not the right word. Wife, yes. Army of his wife, yes. Army of cult people, yes. People like Oprah. Those kind of people.
That's what I meant.
I don't like ruining, because I have friends that are therapists, and I don't like ruining that name. No, he's doing it, not you.
No. We all know what therapist.
I hear what you're saying, but he's definitely trying to tarnish the reputation.
So this was splashed on the cover of People magazine, and there's a picture of William and Harry's broken bond. And again, they're really trying to pin this on William. He just would not accept Harry wanting to have a new life in the States and protect his family from the evil British people, the racist British press.
Even though it was William's idea to do the walkabout after the Queen passed away, all those, no olive branch.
No.
Oh, please.
The People magazine goes on to just say Prince Harry and Prince William's relationship is beyond repair. There's no going back. These were two men who once upon a time were firmly aligned in their outlook, says Omid Scobie, author of the new book. So once again, Meghan and Harry and Omid are changing their story again, because in Spare, he said that they were never close.
He said,
he's like, the press tried to make us close, but I was never close with my brother. My brother hated me.
He said William used to bully him in school.
He didn't like me.
That's what he said in his book.
I barely talked to him. I shared a room with him when I stayed at Balmoral for the summers, the whole 3 months with my grandma. I shared a bedroom with him.
You know what?
I never talked to him. Prince Harry laid bare the painful rift between himself and his family in the pages of his memoir, Spare. Nobody cares. The world learned the extent of the division between Harry and his brother William. But nearly a year after Spare's publication, absolutely nothing has changed. And this is all coming from Omid. Again, People magazine is in bed with WME. This kind of goes on my theory of why I think Omid is either A, allegedly staying with them, or A, allegedly staying with Marcus or someone out there, because he brought his dog to California. Well, that's hard when you have to quarantine the animals coming from a different country. That takes
unless you're on a private jet. That's what I know.
That's true.
You don't have to quarantine if you're on a private jet.
That's true. In fact, the hurt and anger between the two brothers, one the Prince of Wales and future king, and the other the Duke of Sussex in California, has now hardened into something colder and more immovable, says Scobie, indifference. I saw Harry's release of Spare as his last attempt at telling his family how he's felt for years, said Scobie, who chronicles both the breakdown of the royal family and the weakening of the modern monarchy. There's your answer for everything. They actually think that they're going to abolish the monarchy. This is Meghan's whole thing. She knows she can't win unless there are no more royal jewels for Catherine to wear. It's all jealousy. And this is what it all comes down to. Guys, you're not abolishing the monarchy. It will never, ever, ever happen. But keep trying.
Yeah, man, F around and find out.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You should try.
Try it with King Charles. Let's see how far you get.
Because clearly, there's never been an open enough forum to have these conversations or share these feelings. Really? We didn't have to go through this with Diana. We didn't have to go through this with Fergie. What do you mean there hasn't been an open enough forum? Scobie,
you're going right back to the mental health.
Yeah. For the royal expert that he is, he sure doesn't remember things.
Well, he's not. Everything he's saying is coming out of her mouth, too.
I know. The royal family, of course, is not known for its focus on feelings. Well, we proved him wrong yesterday in our tribute to King Charles and our tribute to the Queen and all the other times we've done tributes. But in Endgame, Scobie writes that perhaps more than at any point in history, the family is ignoring its internal fractures at its own peril, because part of the buy-in from the British public is that the royal family is the nation's family. Yeah, and they're a great family. We love it. We've got Princess Beatrice. We got Sophie. We got Lady Louise is 20 now. She's coming in her own. We don't even know what's going to go on with James, but he's going to be awesome. We've got Beatrice and Eugenie's kids for them. Guys, wait till George turns 18.
Charlotte.
And Princess Charlotte. Guys, the day that I knew Charlotte overshadowed Meghan, I was like, checkmate Charlotte. The day she hugged that woman after the Christmas service. She was in the green coat and she was little Charlotte and she was getting gifts from them. I was like, checkmate Charlotte.
But that's what's so
Meghan who?
That's what's so sad is that Meghan has brought this game to the royal family. You think Princess Catherine and William wanted this kind of riff? You think that they wanted Charlotte to be better than her? Meghan sees this as a game. This is a game. And that's why this book
She's in competition with children.
She's in competition with everybody.
So the nation's family, that's why Americans like them, because they're the world's family and we love following them. We love seeing what they're going to do. And Harry's just one person from the family. Who cares? He's one person. Meghan isn't part of the family. And who knows what we don't even know where the kids are, allegedly. And yet, Scobie says heir to the throne William has prioritized his loyalty to the monarchy, even quietly cooperating with the UK press to undermine Harry. This is what bothers me because it's Meghan that calls Backrid. I mean, that it's like, In writing Endgame, I was talking to a source, that's Meghan, allegedly, quite early on in the process, and they called Harry a defector and said that was William's view, said Scobie. These were two men who once upon a time were firmly aligned in their outlook. One of them had to move on to also protect the crown. But will there be a crown left to protect decades from now? There it is. Omid is basically saying what their plan is.
Sounds
They
like a threat.
want to abolish it. There's a real chance here to learn and adapt a modern society, George Soros, and also make up for mistakes of the past, said Scobie. It's their move. Guys,
Right
he
there.
basically gave us the blueprint of what their plan is. This is the Fatherhood Institute. This is all the dark money things that Harry and Meghan have gotten themselves into. This is Oprah Winfrey. This is Tyler Perry. This is an agenda that they are pushing. They are trying to abolish the monarchy because it doesn't fit in with their world agenda. And how more obvious, they get the stupidest people to do it, like Omid, because he just gave us the plot. You just gave us the plot. Okay, we know what you're doing now. We get it.
On the lies. Is it? Can I ask a question? Is Prince William and King Charles, are they able to sue Omid for this book?
This is the
Because
thing.
it's all lies.
Well, this is the thing. He's probably going to word it in a way where source and this and that. Books like what Omid Scobie is about to write
right.
is going to be subjective, not objective. And he's going to make it in a way that it's his viewpoint of what is happening. It's going to be a lot of hearsay. It's going to be a lot of just kind of putting fires everywhere. And a lot of people have written books like that, unfortunately, in the past. And if the royal family went after every single person that put out a book like this, like Harry would spare, they'd be up to their ears in litigation constantly.
Just so many lies.
You just got to ignore it. Omid Scobie is not a good source.
And inconsistencies. You notice that?
Yeah.
It's like people, I believe 50% of what I hear and all that I see. And what I'm seeing right now is the monarchy shaping into a new and improved and modern monarchy. So all this stuff, again, he's just talking. It's just hot air.
He's not making any sense.
Lies.
We're liberal Americans from Portland, Oregon. We couldn't get any more liberal when it comes to views on political things. You know, not all, you know, we're pretty centrist on other things, but very liberal on other things. And he's trying to tell us that it's us. It's he's trying to say that we want a no, we don't. We like having the monarchy. We respect the queen. We respected the queen, and now we respect King Charles, and we want them. They're just upset that Prince William and Princess Catherine are modernizing the monarchy. They're also upset that they have 3 beautiful children that are getting older and are going to start doing more and more events like they have been. And like I said, once George is 18, gloves are off. Harry, who? I mean, he's already inconsequential because it goes George, Charlotte, and Louis. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Why are we making an issue out of this?
Taking down something that's actually improving is such a ridiculous thing to do because it's not going to work.
It's not. It's like, just look at like what we were talking about with the Prince's Trust yesterday. Look at how much quietly he's been doing this since he was younger, and look at all the good it's done. But nobody even knew about it.
I didn't even know about In Kind Direct in 1996. He did this whole thing about helping the homeless eat and to feed the homeless. I mean, I didn't even know about that stuff, but now I'm going in to my Twitter and I'm looking at his charities, guys. This is what he's doing now.
So let's see what Omid's up to now. Santa Monica Pier for a sunset run.
Jesus.
Here he put up his Twitter post, but he put it up on his Instagram because he must have wanted all the people he's blocked to read this. It says, my favorite thing today was learning about the symbolic relationship between turtles and butterflies. The butterflies drink their very salty tears as a source of sodium and minerals, and the turtles get their eyes cleaned. Okay, here it is, a palm tree and the beautiful
That
moon.
is so annoying.
Yeah, we have no idea
Are
where
we
this
in
is.
2003?
He wanted to make sure that he's somewhere where there's a pool,
Ugh.
and he's going for a night swim. Here he is, and he says, only pack the essentials, and he's got him coming downstairs, and it's his cute little dog, his French bulldog in the luggage. I thought that was cute. I like French bulldogs. I'm a sucker for French bulldogs. And this last picture in Omid's Instagram stories is him at a restaurant eating a California burger with his California fries. He's definitely trying to be an influencer, for sure. Definitely. That is an influencer shot.
He's
if ever there was.
Where's
an influencer.
Runyon Canyon? Where's that picture?
He was in West Hollywood.
I was just gonna say, it's like
That's salty.
even you and I are dorky enough to put up our Runyon Canyon. I mean, when we're in LA, you got to go to Runyon Canyon.
I know. I agree.
We actually enjoy it though, guys.
Yeah,
we actually
do it because we like it.
We actually
not to
like
get
it.
the picture.
Yeah. He's gonna do it next, though. Mark my words. Runyon Canyon is next for this man.
Today's animal rescue is the Four-Legged Ranch. They believe in second chances, and so do we. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all kinds of chances. I really appreciate it when you guys suggest animal charities, because I get to learn about a new charity and we get to feature it on the show. So I will put their link in the description below. Please read about them, share their information, show them some love. Ooh, they got a new calendar out. That looks exciting. Calendars are always good to buy because they go to a great cause and then you have it all year round. So I think I might buy a calendar.
Cute.
Yeah, I just hit the order button.
Get me one.
Yeah.
Order 2. Quantity 2.
So thank you for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Love you.